How I made my first million in business. Now, I want to break down literally the stepping stones that got me to cross over a million in revenue in my business. I'm going to also break down the exact mistakes I made that almost cost me my business. And some of the things, if I was to do this all over again, then this is what I would do. Now, if you stick with me to the end, you're literally going to get the full blueprint to exactly how I was able to grow my business to a million. Now, for those that don't know and you're new to my YouTube channel, my name is Terrell Wilson. I am an entrepreneur. I have a few businesses in the agency space and coaching, and literally I am here to help revolutionize the online space and help more like-minded people like yourself watching this now, wanting to actually grow and scale. I'm coming from a background where I was gangs, used to sell drugs, do all kinds of different things, and literally changed my life around by meeting Jesus. I am a believer, and literally it's been life-changing, and it's pointed me in the direction to where I was able to quit my 9 to 5 as a delivery driver over 6 years ago now, and literally start this amazing journey as an entrepreneur. So anyway, I'm going to break down exactly the steps to how I made the first million, and this was after about 3 failed businesses. I started out, doing websites, graphic design, just trying to be a digital marketer, jack of all trades, but master of none. That was me. I was absolutely frustrated. Even went down the route of coaching before I even knew how to actually build a business, and then had to just sledgehammer that because I'm like, you know what, this isn't authentic. And literally, it pointed me in the direction to build my SMMA. If you don't know what that is, it's a social media marketing agency. And I literally invested in some really good mentorship programs, coaching programs, which helped give me the blueprints and the stepping stones to be able to actually grow my business to over a million. It did 1.2 million in the space of 2 years. We was averaging about 50 to 60,000 a month. Some months we did as high as 86,000. But the beauty behind it was stupid simple when I dialed in the fundamentals. Now, I'm going to give you a breakdown on these fundamentals, because if you actually want to grow and scale a business, it is more than just the know-how. The know-how is great, but there's so much more that goes in behind it. Mindset is super crucial. It's super key. And this is overlooked, especially when it comes to actually building a business, because you're going to be faced with challenges, obstacles, opposition. And the thing is, you're in the problem solving business. And if you are a person that hates problems and runs from problems, then there's no way you're going to be able to hit this head on to solve these problems, to be able to not only help your clients, but also help your own business. Literally, here's what I did. I looked into the marketplace and went after one industry, one niche. This niche was the med spa industry, and I went after this one niche. From there, what I focused on is providing an offer, an irresistible offer that literally would make people feel like a retard if they said no to it.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Now, the offer was simple. It was that we was offering a certain amount of return on investment in a certain period of time. So in 90 days, we were offering to literally triple their investment. Now, for any business owner that has any form of sense, that would make the most logical sense, because in most cases, you probably wouldn't even be able to triple your revenue if you used to go into stocks or maybe buying a house and trying to flip it within that short period of time, right? So the thing is, we offered that. We then got really good at marketing, and this is where you have to come out of yourself. And this is how I'm on camera now creating these type of videos, is because I had to step out of trying to hide behind my business and be the forefront and start creating content and start actually advertising to get out to more people. And we really cracked the code. And that's one of the skills that I actually had from before, is I got really good at ads and automation and all the tech side. So it was very easy for me to then just go out there, find people who needed to get clients, and start to advertise for them to get them clients. So that is what we did. And from there, we literally set up a seamless fulfillment process that made our onboarding so easy. So if we wanted to onboard up to 10 clients in a week, we can. And we had a seamless process that was able to get people onboarded and live with their campaigns within a week turnaround. From there, the main thing was then hiring. So once we crossed 10,000 a month, it was just me and my business partner. I did operations. He was currently doing sales at the time. After that, what we did, we scaled things up. We started to spend more in ads. We got to 20,000. Then we got to about 30. And then from there, I went off and hired a sales rep. And I found a few that didn't really hit it off with us, but we found one. And with that one sales rep, he literally was closing deals left, right, and center and helped us scale our business where we, like I said, we blew past 30, 40, 50,000, 60, all the way up to 86K. Now, here's where the downfall happened, because one thing you have to understand is if you scale too fast and you don't have the right systems in place, what can happen is you can actually end up literally not being able to sustain that level of pressure you've just put yourself under in the business, because you've got loaded up your systems with more clients, meaning you have to make sure you can service more clients at once. You've loaded up your fulfillment backend systems. There's so many areas that are now under strain that if you haven't started to build out infrastructures to manage it, things can start to crumble. And what we did, I hired a account manager to assist us who ended up being a nightmare. Literally almost cost us the business. We had so many chargebacks, so many unhappy clients because he was just dropping the ball left, right, and center. I was so busy in other areas that, he didn't really get the supervision he should have. And these are some of the things that you need to ensure that you understand when it comes to building a team. Anything past 30,000 going up, depending on the amount of workload, you're gonna need a really good team on board. A players, like you need an A team, and you need the right people that are all saying the same thing and moving in the right direction with the same goal in mind. And this is where we dropped the ball. It was a great lesson though, but it's what made us miss out on the 100K per month mark, because that's what we were going after. And what I realized, there's a trend where you scale, then you go through like this pit stop where you have to optimize. This is where you should scale and then optimize, scale and optimize, and keep doing that so you can sustain the pressure and the growth in a good manner. And this is where we were dropping the ball. And then again, from there, once we had the team and we started to grow, other areas where we were dropping the ball is we wasn't tracking our numbers. And I literally joined 8,000, 10,000 coaching programs, even spent 18K on a mastermind program. These things was not like predominantly taught, like mandatory, like when scaling, tracking your numbers, knowing your numbers, and having systems set up to be able to have clear data so you can make business-driven decisions. And what was happening, I wasn't making business-driven decisions. I was making emotional decisions based on assumption. Oh, I feel like we should do this. I was getting hit with shiny object syndrome. All these latest things come out. Let's do AI, let's do automations, let's do all these different things. But it was taking us away from our goals. And guess what? It was taking us away from the fundamentals and basics that got us there. And things started to kind of move rocky. And then we got hit with like Stripe payment processors where they were holding like 30K of our funds for like up to 90 days. And sometimes they were holding 20,000 and 15,000 of our funds for like up to 6 months. So these are some of the growing pains that we went through. But it wasn't until I understood when you are building a business, they say more money, more problems. It is true. But as an entrepreneur, as someone who is always trying to innovate and improve and be 1% better, you should always be embracing problems. And I don't use problems in my company. We have situations, challenges, and opportunities. But I embrace them in a way that helps me to realize that these are the stepping stones that's going to help me grow. Whatever comfort zone I'm in, where I think I'm comfortable and I'm okay, I need to push out of this. Because outside of your comfort zone is where you're going to grow. And it's not until I started to level up my thinking, how I approach challenges, that I realized that's where I started to get breakthroughs. So that's literally how I made my first million. And like I said, it was over a 2-year period. Literally like the first 3 to 4 months was, I couldn't even call that like growing. We crossed like 10, 20K, and it was just, but after that, staying in the growth, bringing in team and trying to balance all that, that is where I really seen the other side to business, where it's not a game. It's not just you wake up in the morning and I want to be an entrepreneur and travel the world and take screenshots of how much my earnings are and take pictures of my lifestyle, traveling and all that. Like, all that's good, but if you want to actually build a business that's going to serve you, then you need to make sure that you have the basics and fundamentals dialed in. So I hope this has been helpful. I know I've gone off on a bit of a tangent, but I wanted to break down a lot of what went right and what went wrong, and especially running ads and getting better at getting more social proof. That was a really big thing. Because we was able to scale up and work with more clients, we was able to collect more reviews, more testimonials, get better results, and we was able to display that to the world to let them know like, hey, this is what we're doing and this is how we're impacting lives. And a lot of people were buying into this movement. We was getting a lot of people referring us, and it created a really good vibe. But again, with a lot of progress that you have in business, you also have the flip side where you have to ensure that you're constantly not being complacent, but you're constantly trying to improve and evolve so that you can continue to grow as your business grows. Because your business will only grow in the direct proportion that you grow. So you have to understand that and ensure that you're moving in that right direction. So this is literally how we did it. If you found this valuable, drop me a comment in the comment section. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was from this video. And if you have any questions on maybe trying to actually scale your own business and you want some form of guidance, then let me know in the comments. Remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe to me here on this channel where I'm going to be pumping out a lot more insightful content that's going to help you, especially if you are on a journey of trying to grow and scale a business. And just in life generally, like I want to try and make sure I'm providing a lot of great value that's going to help others. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll be seeing you soon.